I have plenty. Thank you, though.
But I made you a stack.
I actually only have 11, but it lasts 30 minutes and it persists through death, so I should be good.
But I don't need the stack because I don't have a sword.
Did you turn it in?
Yeah. Tell him he can turn it in. Is he in comms right now?
Yeah, he is. Look, you can turn it in.
Yeah, he's gone. I see him.
Yeah, just told him.
He just got rest.
Lassie, if you were tier 100, how would you do mascotting with you? Like,
We don't have any tier. Bolted.
yeah, I was thinking you might benefit more, but I don't know how much.
Guys, I'm gonna go to this, I'm gonna go to some food check.
Oh, I got put in the fucking healer.
Don't use that portal yet, please.
That's fine. That's fine. It's portal. You can take it.
Bro, can I get some DR on some roots, homie? Can I get a little DR?
Everybody group
Is
around
the
Black's
there it
portal,
is.
but doesn't do anything. It's the fake portal, guys.
Vlad strikes again.
We're going to Stormwind, please.
Now, guys.
We need a mage. Coast is the hero.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you can hear that laughter, but that's Vladimir behind me.
Quellion, do you need to turn in your Nephhead trinket?
Yeah, I have Nephhead.
Alright.
It's ready to go.
Go ahead and turn it in like immediately.
Trade us for water now. We have 2 mages.
So hey, we're turning in Stormwind Head, and then we're gonna get Dire Maul buffs. Or I'm sorry, Dark Moon Fair.
Dark Moon, and then Head?
I don't think it matters, and I just figure we're on the way out, so
Yeah,
we can
do it
portal
the
from
way out, so
Dark
we don't
Moon
have to-
just the same.
Yeah. Want to go back and forth.
Did I remember the buff order for the healers?
Hey, give me a assist.
For intellect.
Sorry, so that's head first and then DMF?
Yeah. So Quellion, drop it immediately.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it right away.
Wait.
Hurry up.
It's fine. It's
Like
gonna
he's
take him a
fast
second.
as
You can drop it in like 10 seconds if you haven't already.
Yeah, no.
We booted all these slow mounts.
You're good. Everyone can get it in Trade District easily, I believe. You can turn it in now. Wait for the animation before leaving.
Drop him now.
You summon Melon. Does anybody else need a summon? Ooh.
Alright, moving.
Back, Melon.
Sorry, bro. We're going fast.
Second head right after us?
I don't think so.
Why?
He's still got a spot. He's just we'll summon him before we can summon him as soon as we get to the fair.
There's no rubber going with it?
And fucking Nefarian.
Lol.
Watch out for horror, by the way.
Make sure we have everyone in this Discord. Can someone link it? And also promote anyone to member that isn't. I went through and did it like 10 minutes ago. That was just the people online then. So make sure you know what buffs you're hitting here too. So there's a pattern when you talk to this guy. You can Google it real quick.
If you want damage, it's 1-1. Intellect is 2-2.
Thank you.
All the welfare mounts.
I don't know how much I got. What Ryan for you?
Ooh, a 6%. I'll take it. I'll take it. What do you tell? If you're melee, you can look over your damage on your character screen. It'll be times percentage. But if you have any talents, you gotta
Going to Ironport?
Yeah, go ahead and open up a
fall
portal.
for the false portals, guys. Ooh, 4%.
Vlad's throwing
Hey, what choice do we choose?
10%, yeah.
What do you choose?
One
What does
million.
Glock choose?
You are a
Warrior?
healer, 2-2.
damage.
Warrior
1-1.
for a tank?
Yeah, tank too.
Cool.
1-1.
Tanks are
1-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does
first.
3 and 4 do?
Try it, bro. Let us know.
Alright,
Oh, yeah.
let's go ahead and move out to Ironforge and group up at the flight path. None of my portals are working.
Probably just flag.
That's not auto dropping my mount. That's weird.
Glad he's an ass. Why is he still with us?
So we're down for some BWL?
Fuck yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
Sounds like you're down to suck some cock too.
Alright, so stack up at the flight master. We'll fly out together.
We're doing MC first tonight, guys.
What's with all these deja vus around?
False.
They're trying to build for MC.
Don't worry, they're going to MC.
They're everywhere.
Alright, get ready to fly out. Everyone stack up. Make sure you have your flight master. Fly into Thorium Point in 3, 2, 1.
Slow mount.
Sorry, guys.
Slow mount second group.
How about you farm after raid?
Damn.
Hey, we tried.
Hard.
Loki's been doing it. We're doing our best. Also repair when you land.
Did we not get Mel in a summon at Darkmoon Fair? My bad, I should have asked for that. Alright, we'll do it when we land.
We are just terrible people.
I actually have a port. I have a hearth to Ironforge in like 4 minutes.
Nah, you're fine. We'll summon you at Blackwing.
Malvin's still there, that's hilarious.
Pro Reno officer.
Look at this nice line we're doing. I like it.
My bird is sniffing another bird's ass right now.
I got the same fortune than him.
Share repair if needed.
Alright, let's go ahead and get a quick summon, please. We have a couple landing and summon Meln. He's in group 6. Hunter in group 6.
Throw out random boss while we're standing here.
Hunter group 6 and Hunter group 3.
Yeah, and please
I
throw up some
show
shit buffs on top of the flight
Bolt
master.
it
Just
burning steps.
water breathing, like fire shield, all sorts of crazy shit on every member to protect buffs.
I didn't see the portal.
Alright, that's last call on summons.
Summon Mel.
Can we get Meln out?
But I did not get it.
Guys, I don't see a summon portal out.
Yeah, I don't see a portal.
Yeah.
Portals are tunneling, but we
Every
can put the
warlock.
portal so we can click
Try
it.
to summon this guy.
I feel kind of important right now.
Yeah, we're not saying portals, we're just saying
Yeah, we're not
hands.
saying portals. Just try to get that up.
Oh fuck me! I still have the evil fucking thing buff up. No. God fucking damn it! Sorry guys.
I'll lead us into the control. We'll never expect it.
Alright, let's go ahead and start moving.
Did you get a summon, Malin?
He either
Yeah,
needs
he
to
blew up.
relog or die.
Shit's weak.
Alright,
Is
we'll
it from
just go ahead, we'll
teleporting?
do it out. Run BWL.
Yeah, we can get him
Sorry,
later.
Malin.
Yeah,
We have-
no. Loki is a 16 ounce, so it should be like keep at his speed and protect him. Thanks.
It's fine. Just kill anything you see, and we won't get too strung out. We can slow down before we enter, but ideally we want to be
rogue
quicker to move out whenever we call it, but we did kind of stall there for a second.
Oh yeah, he's got that welfare mount. I'm going for it.
Level 42.
I'm with you,
I don't
bud.
care.
So
They all
we
die.
we had
They
good
all die the
momentum.
same, no matter what age.
We had good we had a good attendance at like 8:45. So next time we're probably gonna try and be buffing a little bit earlier, and get moving a little bit earlier, because we're now behind schedule. It's gonna be 8:10 before we're inside. Or 9:10, sorry.
But I think most of you guys didn't keep your welfare mount into Burning Crusade.
No, I rolled a paladin, so I didn't have to get a welfare mount.
I mean,
Oh shit.
I just got mine out like maybe 3 weeks ago. I was
I was like level 50.
Rip Jimmy Who.
Looks like some action up at
paid corporate.
Oh, he has the razor blade.
Yeah, Nicola.
Sword. He's gonna go cut himself.
You did move your pass?
Can we get a death BC, please? Let him go first.
Make it a point to skip that fire buff.
Right.
Hey, can we get a hunter instead of Wandy in group 4?
I'm gonna say that and we're gonna wipe on Veil, but that's okay.
You probably can.
It won't be because of fire buff.
Yeah, can you switch Laz and Wallenby?
Yeah, Fikey, just boot me in.
Alright, so yours truly just seeded BWL,
Oh, yeah,
boys.
I forgot I was there. Hold on.
I take credit for everything that drops tonight.
Who was
And
first?
there's nothing good drops, we blame you all.
I was.
Pro was. I waited so it wouldn't be my fault.
Alright, let's get everyone zoned in. Get all the general buffs up. Once you've identified all the buffs you care about and you're ready to go, please move to the left side in front of the spawn. In terms of DPS, typically we do odd groups, you're on far side, and even groups, you're going to be on near side. Obviously, mages and warlocks, you're just in the middle tabbing. Made you tank assignments.
And bros get out of stealth.
In fact,
You guys die? Died, full food? How'd you die? Bro, where were you? I mean,
Why did you fly, man?
Wait, so you guys don't do the hunter? Method?
no, we kill everything.
We did this.
So, tanks are going to be in 4 corners. Oh shit, I forgot I can't be in the rotation. Exacerbate, you're ready to tank, right?
you can tank the south side here. South corner.
Wildlist is also here.
Oh, Wellis is here. Fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. So Wellis, your priority south side, and then exacerbate. You just rotate anywhere you see something picked up. Also, you got to be priority on sleeping any dragonkin that makes it into the middle of the room. If a tank misses something. Besides that, you guys, melee, if you're on odd groups, you're going to be on the far side, even groups near side. Just kind of hang out towards the middle. You can split up to the corners a little bit, but tanks will be pulling stuff out of the corners towards the middle of each side, just to make it easier to cleave. Everyone move into the left side once your buffs are ready. Go ahead and use all your consumes. Go ahead, sorry.
Call out if you have aggro and you're not supposed to have aggro, so we can sleep.
Yeah. And feel free to sleep if it's questionable. Kill priority is always going to be casters first, and then dragons, and then orcs last. Tank priority is different. It's always going to be dragons first, and then melee, the orcs. Casters you can pretty much ignore because they'll die so fast.
Are we gonna use the same healing spreadsheet we used last week?
Yeah, I'm trying to update that right now, but
For now, you guys should probably just call it out and raid to make sure everyone's communicating. But
take your same corner as last week.
stamina group 3.
I'm going to.
so now's the time to blow all those hours of farming you spent this week.
Bro, type out the tank order one more time so dude can put it on a seal shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna post it back up in Discord if I can.
That's wrong as well. Sorry, hold on.
just ping.
Who's our fifth tank tonight?
Yeah, east is here exactly.
What's that?
East is to the right when we walk in. South is to the left when you walk in.
Yeah, no, who's the fifth tank tonight?
The druid in group 2 exacerbate.
Those four in pro.
I'm not tanking. So it's Rage Quellion, Wellist, Gloki,
Block.
Glock.
Helm is dead and Ikiru is offline.
It's in raid. I'm gonna pull in just a second. You'll have time to work it out while the mobs spawn. So I'm gonna be controlling the orb the whole time. Tanks, go ahead and step up if you're ready.
Just do a 10-second countdown.
Yeah, last call on buffs. 10-second countdown. Starting now. Down to fucking 83 minutes on part of my Dire Maul buff.
Odds are going north, evens are going south for melee groups.
Yep.
If you're a caster, sit in the middle and just rotate around.
Alright, Rage, go ahead and pull when ready.
Alright, pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, strong start for the Oomkin.
So be quick to call it out if you see multiple dragons up on any corner or side. I'm fine with some DPS shifting.
Yeah, won't be on south side, just saying.
Once again, casters first, and then dragons, and orcs last for kill priority. Tank priority, it's going to be dragons first, then orcs, and casters last. So after this phase, when we call for it, you guys are all going to collapse back to pretty much where we did our buffs and where we got ready right before we pulled. But underneath that little pillar is the safe area. Everyone but tanks is going to be collapsing back there, and that's where everyone uses to dodge the AoE that he'll do on a timer. Besides that, it's a 2-tank fight. I'll have immediate aggro. You got to give Rage Maw and the other tanks time to pick up a secondary threat. We want to bounce between both tanks when the conflags go off, so we'll be taking at 90-degree angles. Melee, you'll stay on the tail. Give it a second when he comes out of this phase to pick up threat. He'll also probably conflag one of the first tanks that runs on her, or him.
This is great, guys. You're doing great.
After we kill the boss, we'll stack up at the entrance to Vale's room, but not go through.
A 4.9k crit. I don't think I've ever had that.
I can't even sweeping strikes because there's never 2 mobs out. We're killing shit so fast.
That's good.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, like mages and warlocks, you should be able to get 1 cast off on new mobs.
And hunters, your auto shot probably won't even make it.
Yeah, the aim shots are just a waste of time. Except for on Dragonkin.
Rupees up.
My bad, that was a late grab. Stay in your corners a little bit longer. I'm working them through. This egg I'm leaving up in the north corner, that'll be the last one I pop. So as I finish on this other side of the room, I'll call you guys to the collapse as I run out to that far egg and pop it. But you have at least another 30 seconds. Or a lot longer than that, actually. Another minute.
Looks like there's about 6 eggs. Everyone's doing amazing. So clean.
You're so dirty.
Jesus.
I don't know about that.
My butthole is already tight for this threat.
Oh. A little bit weird.
So you do have an instant cast Dragon Sleep on this guy. Alright, everyone get ready to collapse. Go ahead and start falling back now, but keep killing stuff. You can continue to kill this wave as you collapse. Go ahead and collapse a little bit more aggressively. Tanks, you can go ahead and fall back into position. You guys can now start fearing. DPS or fear anything from here on out. Popping the egg now. You will not have to kill this next wave.
It's on pro.
Alright, first can flags
other
off.
tank
I'm
to
gonna
go.
jump down. Let the other tank grab it. Get master target's been reset. Flags off. Now you guys can open up in a rage. He'll have a lot more. Let's keep bursting it.
Clean kill, guys. Clean kill.
Great job.
Keep healing, pro.
I don't know why that
Alright,
was
so stack up
so
on the door.
Yeah, everybody group up. Don't run in though.
Also, try to stack Laz. Announce the loot every time, like all together in raid warning. Alright,
Yeah, remember we got some new raiders, so be a little patient with.
this is gonna go a little slow, but yeah.
If it's an upgrade for you, link the item you're replacing. Unless we say roll, then roll for it.
Alright, everyone go ahead and stack up at the gates now. We're going to run into this next room. These techs are going to try to run away. We want to capture all of them. So sprint, blink. We need you guys, the quick classes, to be up at the front. Go ahead and pull in 3, 2, 1, go. When you do aggro these guys, they're going to do a lot of damage, so be careful there. And there's normally a couple that make it around these stairs. Looks like we got them.
Good position.
Alright, so now positions on Veil. This is going to be a multiple tank fight that you guys have to stay under in threat. Occasionally, a bomb's going to go off, and it's going to blow the fuck up of you and everyone around you. You will die. There is no surviving. There's a controlled space where everyone runs to when the bomb does get called on them. Yeah, sorry.
On combat, by the way.
There's two techs up. Please don't click on the boss cell.
Congrats, buddy.
Oh yeah, nice bracelet.
Alright, DPS, you guys are standing with the melee ranged DPS, mana users. You guys are clumped up here in the back where everyone is now currently. Whenever someone gets the bomb, you're going to be running to where this hunter put their shadows, cat, and flare over here where I'm standing now. You have to run all the way over here. You will blow up in about 8 seconds, I think, after bomb. I forgot what it is. It's imperative you do that, otherwise you wipe the entire raid. And it
It's not like guards don't come back to the group.
yeah,
They'll die.
you will die after it blows up. So the cool thing is though, when that happens, all of your spells are like instant cast with no cooldown. So you can blow up Veil or blow up the healing charts, whatever you want to do, but make sure you avoid the tail and move all the way back here. If you die while the bomb's on you, you also blow up instantly and everyone around you dies. So I said avoid the tail because the worst thing you could do is get tail swiped and killed next to the raid as you're running away.
but if you have the bomb, you stay over there by the cat until you die. While
Yeah.
you're running over there, keep casting.
Besides that, melee, you guys have to be aware of a cleave that he's going to do. So he'll be focused on the tanks, and we're going to be doing tank swaps occasionally, because tanks will be dying no matter what we do. So tanks are going to be running on this side, they're on the opposite side of you. You guys want to be on our back hip at max distance, and you also want to be far away from the ranged people. But make sure you're as far away from the main tank as possible, but not on the tail. Not.
What do soft tanks do?
Let's go ahead and I think Rage. Yeah, let's have you start it up normally if you don't mind.
Wait,
Hold
wait,
on,
for,
I'm about to zone in.
get away from the zone end.
Where do you want a soft tank set?
Like on the opposite side from where the DPS are, like right across from where everyone else is standing.
See them on,
Actually, let's have Quellion start this up, and then Rage, you go second. Are you cool? Let's assuming Rage and I are main tanking Brood, I'd like to preserve both of our buffs.
Is Wallenby coming back?
So Quellion, when you start off, it's like it used to be 30 seconds of talking. Now it might be faster according to patch notes. But basically, make sure you're standing close to her to attack, but no closer to him. Sorry.
Who's going first, Quellion?
Gender neutral. Yeah, Quellion's first up. So you want to once again be max distance from everyone else, but don't move the boss, obviously. And then call it out when you get the burning effect on you as your health starts to drop. Around 6k, Rage Maw will be rotating in, and he'll just stand on top of you. You'll die, and then he'll switch to Rage Maw.
Alright, cool.
Does the boss shoot lightning?
Probably. So once again, everyone has to stay under all the tanks and threat here. So give Quellion a second, and then let Rage Maw settle in, especially when Quellion's about to die. Big heals and slow ramp here, but you can go ham after we've ramped up. Alright, go ahead and start off the conversation.
Hold on, let's get one of the priests out of group 8. Pick me
Yeah.
again real quick, but I can just put him anywhere.
You have time. There's a talk. So hey, no health over time, no drinking, no rage gain, no potion use, even though that's unlikely or
Which group you
impossible.
want him
But
in?
Just in any group.
do not use any abilities. You will pull aggro with health, rage, or mana gain. Don't use an ability until Quellion's had it for at least a second.
Yeah, put him in a range group, like
I have 10 seconds on start.
Just invite Wallenby back.
let's fight like that, yeah. Is Wallenby online?
So remember, Rage is second. So we're going to let Quellion take first, and then Rage second on the charts here. Schmoozy's a little high still. Exacerbate's above Quellion. So Exacerbate, you can tank, but yeah, you're not going to be able to push it. You just got to slow down and let others be above you. So make sure we have Rage Maw in second, and then we're ready to keep this steady. And then I'll be behind Rage. And honestly, all of you guys can kind of stay under me. I said that wrong. I meant all the tanks can compete underneath me. I don't care what order you guys are in. Just stay under Rage and I if possible.
Why do I still have ZZ buff?
6 guys.
It's big.
Alright, he's 6k. Rage can move. Rage is up. Stay under Pro and Rage now. I'm going to try and kick this in a little bit higher.
Someone's burning.
Night Heal, get out of the group. Big heals on everyone. Schmoozeby Jet Death and just burst him. Execute phase, yeah.
Come on.
Keep healing.
Back away from me.
So is that a bomb problem? No matter how much we explain it?
No.
No.
How'd we die?
It was healing.
Okay.
I
We
got
didn't have healing, so we don't.
That's a rare shield.
Yeah, three healers got fucked, so it's just kind of
Alright, so we're not rushing this next phase of trash, obviously, but I want to explain to you guys how this will normally work. We'll kill Veil with hopefully only a few deaths. Quickly assign, people type out what they're rezzing before it even comes to it. And then we're going to have the entire group. Yeah, please res everybody. We're going to have the entire group. Go ahead.
Res Lasmarana so I can pass out loot real quick.
There we go.
What is yours?
So normally the entire group's going to run up here, and position themselves outside this doorway. We'll be pulling all the trash except for we'll be sleeping a couple targets, and we're going to clump up 4 of the guys, that's majority of them, right here in the middle, and we're just going to cleave them all down. And we're going to do this strat right now, we're just not rushing into it. Look at the buff you still have on you if you're alive. The idea is you're doing this trash with this buff on you, and you're just supercharged and burn through it.
Are you bugged, Willis?
No, I don't think so.
I just tried to invite him in.
I mean, I'm in the group. I'm not sure.
Alright, so I'll be tanking triangle, and I back him up around the corner a little bit farther from everybody else because he does an AoE stun. Skull X,
There are
Moon,
some
and
heal assignments out for these packs, guys.
Yep.
So please, if you're a healer, please take a look.
Where's it at?
Stuff in Discord.
Give me 1 sec to check that that heal assignment.
Yeah, you're not showing up in the raid, Willis. Just relog real quick.
Okay.
And Susa, that message was correct,
Yes.
right?
Yes, that's correct.
Wait, Willis, my
He's in
bad.
Group 3.
You're good.
Blind.
It's Wallenby I'm referring to. Wallenby.
I think he's AFK. He's
on log. He's online right now. I heard him say something. My bad, fellas.
Do we have a raid spawn open?
Try it again. Maybe need to run out.
Coast, you can confirm it's to Frost, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so tank orders are out.
If you can dispel, you need to be looking for mark of detonation. It has to be off right away, taken off right away.
So the captain puts mark of detonation on a random person. It blows up them and everyone around them for a while. It's like a dot. And then he'll also break the sleeps that are on the Wormkins. So the druids will be spam sleeping these Wormkin. When it comes to killing...
everybody who died, make sure you spot buff them.
Yeah, when it comes to killing the Wormkins, we'll aggro them and pull them back into this hallway and kill them, and we'll constantly be sleeping them as they die. That's pretty much it here. We'll be pulling the Skull, X, Square, and Moon are all getting pulled to where I'm standing right now, strafing back and forth.
Dude, somehow I kept my ZG buff.
You get it through
I
death
don't
now.
lose anymore.
So Gloki,
So
you'll be picking up one of those guys and moving them where I'm standing. You'll face them all the same direction, so you'll be oriented exactly like I am now. And all the tanks are going to be oriented one by one, yeah, exactly, just next to each other, just like this. And the mobs will be over here. Alright, I think we're ready to pull in a couple seconds.
Can you guys spot buff? Glock, Hooter, who else died?
Lasmaron.
Bib, Lasmaron,
Get out of here.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin,
Night heal
Alec.
died.
Night Heal.
Can I have a hunter pull my Death Talon and then run around the corner with me? So I don't have to run
Yeah,
up and
skull,
taunt.
right?
Yeah, no, it's triangle.
Or who-
Yeah.
Triangle? Okay, yeah, I got it.
Alright, I think we're ready to pull. Laz, you can go ahead and open this up. Just do a countdown. Tanks are ready. Alright, it's now.
It's gone.
There's the countdown. Not a big deal.
Sorry.
Alright, be quick to dispel. Group them up.
Trying to see if there's
Big heals here. We have a lot of tanks taking damage.
Exacerbates thing. Yeah.
I just got Schmoozeby on stream falling off the ledge.
Yeah, I got some credit right there.
Yeah, we can kill Captain next and then the
Oh,
casters
okay.
last. Alright, we'll go ahead and just pull the one closest to us, and as we pull it, let's just like pull it back a tiny bit so there's no risk of pulling the ads. Yeah, we just got it, and then keep
Yeah,
sleeping them
keep
as we
the
kill them.
expander.
And no one leaves this hallway except for a tank running up to grab something. Go ahead and just ranged attack, circle back, like no risk needed. Just pull them all the way back, I'll taunt. My Ray just got it. So exact same thing on the next mob. Everyone drink. Same assignment, same behavior.
It's Warrior Prio on the cape.
You guys be sure to link for an item that drops. If it's trash, we'll try to announce it, but we'll be moving quick on some of this. Alright, everyone looks ready. Tanks step up, druids step up. You'll be sleeping a little bit deeper in this room. And try not to get cleaved by the mobs that run by.
Heals go big at the beginning of this.
Once I see more druids up here, we'll pull.
One of them's like shape form.
They're both
pirate.
Are they already here?
Yeah, one's
Oh, okay, they're off to the right. Fucking sneaky fuckers. Alright. Ready to pull last counter down.
Yeah. Give me a sec. I'm trying to figure out who's this kid.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we shouldn't have our master.
I got
Idra
you
here.
right there.
Or Idra here, are you here?
Yes.
Since you're master looting, I don't want you pulling trash.
Okay.
Which one is it?
Up here, you just pull triangle for me, yeah. And basically just pull them and then run like I would around this corner and back here. I'll taunt them off you by then.
Other corner.
Yeah. Alright, ready when you are? Same corner as last
So I
time.
pull?
Yep, go ahead. You- Triangle.
You got him? Sir?
Yeah, I got him. Big heals. And I just move him a little bit farther away because of stun. And I'm not going to fap for this one. Just fuck it.
Finish the seekers first.
Good dispels. So yeah, this is a fun, clean strat, especially when you have the Veil buff. You can churn through it. And we'll probably eventually change the strategy on the second trash pull to just accommodate us running through there. But that's pretty advanced. Also, as soon as this trash is dead, let's go ahead and run up to the top. You can drink in front of the suppression room as we prepare to start pulling.
Another cloak.
We got some
Nice, this is what we need, guys.
wormkins to do.
Gear these newbies.
Where are the boots?
We're on pace
Resleep.
for our
Resleep
reload.
circle, please. Keep sleeping as we kill.
Who's Wolfric? This guy's doing great.
Dwarf priest, man.
He is doing great.
You watching meters?
We're always watching meters.
Don't be jealous, Suso. We're all on the same team.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, right? God, calling me out Canadian, not fucking
I,
Canadian.
guys,
hold on.
I know. I get your names.
Quiet.
Your voices.
Quiet for a second. So this cloak is going to off-spec roll for everyone.
Hey, honestly though, I take that back. I want to off-spec roll that off tanks and feral, in my opinion.
I think
Because
so
all
too.
of them will be shifting into DPS or be asked to by the guild. And I think
So-
that's more important than, like...
So,
Exasperate and off tanks.
yeah, and tank, so.
Anybody else need a buff?
And so, hey, for off... Yeah, there we go. I'm glad. I was going to tell Qualian to roll exactly. Pretty much everyone besides Rage and I is considered an off tank.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Congrats, Quilling.
On suppression, we only have 2 counter spells, so
if we could be aggressive about feigning double hatcher pulls.
Oh wow.
And it's gonna be on melee to actually start kicking and shit. We've been not putting it on melee, but
At least Neff will be easy.
Deer was the hot rogue for the hot on the rogues. So
Tell me when
I
you want
guess
me to start the pool.
Fred will get on eventually. But yeah, so big counterspells, melee, you're responsible for interrupting when you're in melee range on these casters. We're going to clear most of this room where we're standing now. Then we're going to move up as a group around the suppression traps and move through to the top floor. There'll be safe points we stop at along the way. Finally, we'll pull the boss, and we'll explain that when we're on it. Alright, let's let these guys separate. Hunters are pulling. Healers, you guys need to put hots up on hunters and rogues at all times. Rogues are going to be spread out disarming traps. They're going to attract a lot of whelps. You want the hot up so the whelp runs back.
Bullpip's going to be primary pull, and then it'll go Idra, then Lasmarana.
Rage Maw's primary tanking this. I'm going to be on whelp duty.
if a rogue you need a hot, just say your name. Or a hunter.
Ready this pull. This pet.
Copy, I counterspelled that one.
And for the most part, ignore the whelps here. We're going to be pulling quick enough back to back where I'm fine if you kill them right now. But moving forward, as we kill mobs, we're going to be pulling primary targets fast enough where you don't need to kill the whelps. Another reason for that is they respawn in 30 seconds, so it's easier to just manage them by letting them all respawn. When the taskmasters come, we're going to mark a skull and then secondaries. We need sheeps on the secondary targets besides skull. Don't DPS those. It's fine if we have 2 up. You can clump them up and cleave, but we don't want 3 up. Alright, 2, feign. Can we get a feign?
I got the first
Did we
one,
body
keep the
pull?
second
Alright, we
one.
gotta separate these. I'm gonna grab the second one and separate them. We need double interrupts and dispels, but be quick to break anything they cast. Like this one.
I got the first pummel, so I'm gonna get the next one.
If they get a flame strike off, we all have to move out of the AoE. I already used my interrupt on second target. Kill off on
Range,
any
You
whelps.
should be moving away from these dragons so you're not stacking the debuff.
Yeah, so we gotta back up a little bit. Let's be more disciplined in our pulls. Only hunters need to step up there. Alright, ready when you are. Keep the hots up on Blua and any other hunters pulling, and other rogues.
Blue's out of range.
Yeah, so you guys gotta throw it up on them. Also, rogues, it's your responsibility to make sure you have a hot before you run up to pull.
Alright, I'm saving my counterspell on this one. It's in melee range.
Oh, if you manage to get back, you're gonna pull the task.
Yeah, boss, you probably shouldn't have been up that I appreciate you being ready to do your job, but you probably don't want to be up that far that fast. There's no need, because the hunter can pull pretty far. Honestly, it's borderline. You might should have been ready, but you needed a hot up on you so that the whelps would run away. You can go ahead and kill them off here. Just be prepared to not DPS them in the future, and let me collect the whole room again. Alright, go ahead and keep pulling. It's also important you guys spam these traps. You gotta keep them down, but you're doing a good job. I just want to remind everyone. So no DPS on whelps here as they respawn. Just let them come to me, and we can keep pulling the room. Get ready for 2 sheeps on the taskmasters. Don't kill the whelps. Let them respawn and come to me. All the other off tanks too. You guys just respond whenever there's a big pull, and then help me with whelps. Feel free to taunt stuff off healers.
Your healers are solid tonight.
Range pulls call.
Good counter spells and interrupts so far. Okay, you guys can kill off all the whelps once again, and then let's pull the last boss. Once he dies, we're going to move up into the stairwell. That's going to be our next safe spot in the corner of the stairwell that you can see from here.
Drink if you need a drink.
More hots.
Off.
No more killing whelps once they pop. So after this main guy dies, we can kill all the whelps and then immediately move forward as a group, but don't run into the traps before they're down. So everyone clump together, kill the whelps off, keep killing them, a couple just respawned. And now let's start moving. No more whelp killing.
Who do you see?
The god.
Keep disarming, please.
Priest.
We can summon him later, or he can run back and we can summon him.
Token dwarf.
We can't stop here for one person at any point, so everyone just be prepared to keep moving no matter what. Alright, keep moving. Whelps are spawning behind us. Gloki's got a few. Good job. Alright, Avrona, you can move. Let's move with him. Night heal, Gloak. We're in the back now. Keep moving forward. We should have made this maneuver a lot quicker, but we were waiting on Ulthric. Alright, he's up.
There's almost there.
Alright, can we get a rogue to get the traps in the back now? We're spread out. Let's focus on stuff behind us right now. We gotta get Ulthric here through a couple traps.
Kill the whelps. Once you get up to the base of the
Yeah.
stairs, kill the whelps.
We can go ahead and kill the whelps now. Yeah.
Stay at the back of the cell.
Yeah, I will. Alright, good recovery. Everyone tighten the new corner. We're going to move into the stairwell and get really tight in this corner as a group. Let's indicate where it is. Like, everyone get on it. So, I mean 100% of the people jump up here on this step, except for the hunters and rogues.
Drink the drink.
Rogues know what they're doing. Tanks and hunters know what they're doing. Let's keep going. Yeah, when I make generalized statements, if you know what the fuck you're doing, feel free to ignore whatever I'm saying. That was Faneworthy. Let's get some sheeps up. We can fear here. Focus the Talon down first. And then we need a sheep up on at least one Taskmaster and we can clump the others together. I had a sheep on skull there. That's alright. Go ahead and kill everything, including whelps. Yeah, we're ready for more. Let's lay off the whelps from now on.
Warriors need. Oh, never mind. We got.
Like, I'm not going to stop you guys from AoEing and cleaving, but just try not to kill the whelps unnecessarily during some phases, like now.
Poppy, can you get counterspell? I used it on that one and they evaded.
You guys, are we ready to move up? Maybe one more.
We got two that pull.
Yeah, I get it.
You want me to get it? Well,
You can pull more.
I will grab this one. Ah, fuck me.
Should be able to get it. I don't know.
I'm up.
I see what it is.
There we
Yeah,
go.
got it.
Go ahead and kill him in the doorway, and we can kill all the whelps now too. I'll clump them all up for you guys. Alright, yeah, stay off whelps now. Let's move into the new corner. So everyone in this next corner of the room. Don't kill anything. Let's just...
The rogues go first.
Yeah, try not to run into a trap.
Alright, you guys ready?
Yeah, go ahead and
Yep.
start pulling again. Stay off the whelps for a second. If you do have a whelp harassing you, just walk them over to me.
Okay, 3, 2,
Yeah,
1.
ready when you are.
Up, hold on.
I think we're good. Yeah.
I got it, yeah.
Oh,
Thank
another
you.
tough.
It's fine. The taskmasters are fine.
Alright, let's get a sheep, or we don't kill Taskmasters first, we need a sheep and CC, but we can kill everything. Big heals on pro. Try to mark the other Taskmasters, we can AoE here. Big numbers.
Gotta take a quick break to red.
And
Alright.
don't be afraid to
Everyone back
relax
in the
and
corner.
outrank
As
your-
soon as you die, everyone collapse. Even rogues,
Yeah, we-
except for the trap right in front of the group. All the rogues back as well. Kill anything here. All right, res quickly, please.
The res off.
I took the res out.
Everyone as tight as you can. You don't want to aggro a whelp and break that res.
I lost it.
Nope.
All right, so guys,
Yeah.
that's why I say like tight fucking corners.
Don't kill him. No.
Don't kill it.
We can go to battle res if you want. We have 4 of them.
All right, go ahead and use a battle res. No, yeah, I want to use a battle res. Let's start moving.
Cables.
Like you said.
He's
Well,
up.
right.
He's up. Spot buffing.
Always want to use the
It's fine. Everyone relax, calm down. Go ahead and pull the next mob, and then we're gonna move up after we kill one more.
Okay.
We can move up now.
Go ahead and kill off everything, and then we'll move up around the corner into this first cubby. We'll start moving up as we kill stuff off.
Trap it out, guys.
Everybody move up.
Alright, you can finish the whelps. Everyone tied around this next corner. Once same story, we got a Talon on us. Stop on the whelps for now.
Speaking on the boss, you want to try and be 15 to 20% below the 2 tank.
Puppy, you get this counter spell.
Alright, one more. So we're gonna move up into the next corner for staging, but let's go ahead and kill this mob here.
If you do get aggro on the boss, please Paladin be quick to bop the Reims, and Reims also run towards the tanks.
We also need to drop combat around this corner once for me to shift gear. So let's go ahead and kill the whelps now, everyone. Kill these, and then we're gonna move around after that. Yeah, just kill all the whelps. We aggro the next corner as well. Let's start moving up now. Everyone move around the corner. Rogues up in the front. So if we get whelps up before, we can all swap. Yeah, we already did. So give it a second. Don't kill anything. We're gonna wait about 30 seconds for everything to spawn in this new corner. We're gonna kill it off. You'll have your chance to drink as well as switch gear.
Don't go in front, stay in the corner.
Please don't kill anything and get as tight in the corner as possible, except for Blua. Starting a 60-second countdown before I want to be pulling.
Anybody seen Super No?
Don't kill anything. Let them keep
He's
spawning.
supposed to come or something.
He was online the other day. Maybe someone was just playing his account.
He was just online.
Alright, everyone tight. Now's your chance to rebuff. Oh, wait, alright,
no
kill
place
off the whelps one last time. Kill everything. Back up everyone, including the rogue. Kill all whelps. I'm gonna eat as soon as I can. There we go. Give me about 15 seconds, and now rogues will step up first. The next trap that we disarm is really sketchy. You can pull aggro on the boss, so just be very careful disarming it. Make sure you're stealth.
Yeah, I'm waiting until we're completely ready to pull, and then I'll grab the outer one, and they can grab the...
Alright, so let Rage and I both build a rage bar.
I'm good.
Okay, give me a couple seconds. And Rage, you could go ahead and go first on this. It'd be easier for me to just get Thunder Fury procs to stay underneath you.
Alright, ready whenever.
Give me... Yep, I'm ready now too. Alright, Rogue's getting a position. Rage is set, calling it out. So when we kill, we're going to move him off to the side. Ranged, you'll be out in the middle. Make sure you kill the whelps on the pull. And then off tanks, you guys are on whelp duty. Go ahead and kill the whelps off before we pull. So kill them all now. And then we'll have a lot of whelps we pick up when we move into position to fight the boss, so kill them. Alright, Rage, count it down.
Alright, pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Off tanks handle those whelps. And we just had a couple of suppression traps to fuck us up, so stay under pro and Rage here.
He's got suppression aura, so extra time for threat.
Off times are kind of
try to guess the mortal strikes, I guess.
Yeah, I've never tried. That's not true. I think I do. Sometimes I'll throw a shield
Zone
wall up
prep?
on 'em. Yeah.
So if you are getting surprised, you can move all the way to do that. So when you get hit by that trap.
Yes, guys, when the boss is down below 3%, move away from the gates.
Yeah, that time I used the Juju Escape after the Mortal Strike. It's on Rage. Big heals.
Okay, guys, clear the gate now. Clear it now.
Yeah, clear the gate. Big heals on Rage
Do
and
not
Pro.
run in front of the gate. Do not run in front of the gate. Good job.
Alright, we're gonna back clear the room now while we handle loot. So we'll explain the trash mobs coming up in a second. Let's go ahead and disarm everything behind us, and we're gonna kill all the whelps on this floor. As you're doing this, take notice of all the mobs that have respawned on the lower floor to our right. You do not want to get close to that edge, or else you'll pull those mobs and they'll chain pull everything up to us. So as a rule of thumb, don't pass the little outcropping area. Don't go into the nooks, basically. We want to open up this whole room because these trash mobs we're going to pull have a ton of AoE we have to deal with. We want to separate everything out as we kill it.
Just clear it all the way back since we just
Yeah.
have rods to do. They can run a lot.
So like I told everyone earlier, normally we do an active and reserve roster every week that I'll announce, or at least hopefully day before, but day of. So this week we didn't really do it because I didn't know if we'd be filling full 40. Looks like we just barely did. I'm sure we'll have more people next week. So I'll be publishing a roster of actives and reserves every week. Actives will only be 40 people. We ask that you guys update us if you know that you're going to be missing and you're listed as an active. Also, if you don't make it into a raid and you type in the proper Discord channel announcing yourself as available, it'll count as an attended raid for you. We keep pretty detailed spreadsheets on some of this stuff, at least we don't normally do, and we'll be picking that up again. So we're going to look at, number of raids attended, number of raids missed without warning if you were on an active roster, stuff like that. Number of number of raids since last best in slot item, everything. And a couple days ago, we put out, I guess a week ago, we put out the notice about we wanted to bring in some more class leaders for classes that were either underrepresented or people that wanted to step up into leadership positions to help track this and manage it.
Do any paladins want those for like the fucking Petra set or something?
Yeah, and we'll. Alright, so buffs look good. I'll let you guys finish that out. So only 3 tanks on this next fight. Let's go ahead and do the Hunter Kite Strat on the technicians. Idger here, if you want to pick that up. And then I'll tank the Overseer, and then we're going to do Rage and Quellion on the Warlocks.
I want hunter traps over this path.
And then,
Spaces out.
Wellis, Glock, and Exacerbate. You're back up here, but you're going to get involved here in the next couple pulls.
Shadow, put one trap where I am. Over here. Floating trap.
Laz, can you pull Star to me, please?
I'm with.
Actually, it's fine. I'm gonna pull him over to the side where we killed Brood. Alright, I guess, Laz, you're pulling, or Idger here, you're pulling, sorry. Go ahead.
Melee, make sure you're kicking Skull and X.
Stay out of the AoEs. So there's going to be those fire. So we need to spread out a little better. I see a lot of rage damage happening. Or raid damage. We need better interrupts on Skull and X. I didn't call that out. So those Warlocks do an AoE Shadow Bolt that can be interrupted. It's imperative that we constantly interrupt both of them. We should also be killing them fast enough so that they only put up a portal or 2 at most. Ideally, they have no portals that they spawn. besides that, we're about to introduce Spellbinders. They do an AoE around their feet periodically every 10 seconds or something. So the tank that's on the Spellbinder, you'll pull him even farther back and kite him by yourself. Ranged, you ignore the Spellbinder because of resistances. I'm waiting on Fire Mod Pat, and then we'll pull the next one. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, wait, we got a bunch of Felguards. And we still have Technicians up. So we only have 2 mages tonight right now. So it's a group effort on these Technicians. We did a good job there. They're going to stay up longer than normal. So I really need all Hunters, Warlocks, and Mages focused on those techies pretty hard.
Can we hunt this up entrapment in this challenge? Because I think there was one more that stayed waiting. Well, do you have entrapment? Then
Alright, so Wellist, you're going to be on square now, the Spellbinder.
Okay.
All other assignments are the same. And then ideally you want to move the Spellbinder towards the right channel here, kind of the same one Idra here is going to pull the Technicians through. And then yeah, just post up somewhere back here avoiding the raid. And then also be careful not to go inside these nooks any farther than where I am now. Like.
Okay.
Could we just refresh the tally buffs, please?
And also, some people say if you stay in max range, you won't have to move when he does the AoE. But I've never had that work for me.
No, it used to do that way.
Okay.
Now he actually casts it into the group. He'll never cast it at melee if there's casters nearby.
Good point. So yeah, Wellis, you got to move far enough back, including healers on you, so that they doesn't cast it into the group. So move way back into the room. And don't run on top of Idrihir's kites. So we're ready when you are, Idrihir.
Is everybody's buffs good?
Yeah, I still have 10 minutes on consumes. So stay out of this doorway if possible. Try not to pick anything up until it runs through. It's a lot of AoE happening here. And cleave for that matter. Keep the warlocks clumped together, Skull and X. We want to kill them both with as much cleave and focus as possible with melee. We also want all casters and hunters. You guys are on Skull and X as well until they die.
Spellbinder for some freaking reason.
It's fine.
Melee go on Spellbinder now.
Yeah, melee go. Keep Idrihir. Alright, Idrihir's dead. We need someone else to deal with those technicians are gonna get squirrely. Alright. You guys watch and observe Big Poppy as he kites those technicians.
Melee,
Oh,
you have to get
big
nuked
heals
out
on
of
Big. Melee, get out of the technicians, yeah. You guys, you just have to watch those grenades. It's very obvious where that attack's coming. The whole raid has to be out, alert to those grenades whenever shit breaks down.
So just assign a hunter to
Yeah.
kill the spellbinders.
So, yeah, let's make sure that the Spellbinder is getting a hunter to pull him to him, because that's hard running through that hall, or avoiding damage in that hallway. If you get a resist and then the hunter runs away.
We need to hard separate them too. Techie's on far right and the other one's on far left.
Yeah.
Over.
Once you get to the back of the room, that is, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the tank on the Spellbinder?
That was Wellist. And
Okay,
now it's...
I'll be pulling it to Wellist now.
Yeah, when we get to 2 Spellbinders, it's going to be Wellist and Glocky. Or Gloak. Glock.
Volpip, do you have a pull target yet?
Alright, so let's get reses up. Okay. We know the mistakes there. We'll correct it. That's still not a horrible pull for the early ones with a lot of people. Let's get ready to buff them, discuss this next boss. This will be at least a 3-tank rotation. So it's going to be me, Rage, and Quellion primary rotating. But then we're also going to have Exacerbate and Wellist and Glock as secondaries. You guys will all be standing right here where I am now. This boss is tauntable. The mechanics are he's going to breathe periodically. He's going to do a wing buffet periodically that reduces threat. And then he's also going to put a dot on everybody who is standing in line of sight, and it stacks. And it does more and more fire damage to you. So tanks, you kind of put on a hybrid, a little bit of half fire resist, half just raw health blend set right here. Personally, I'm at like 222 fire resist right now. And this is primarily to combat the stacks that are going to apply to you before we can rotate in and out. Now the mechanic... Yeah,
so
go ahead and get in position, guys.
Healing from the melee side is going to be Leth, Lucan, Sousa, and Knight heals are going to be on the melee side.
So now all the tanks, especially the new ones, come observe where I'm standing now around the corner. This is where we tank the boss, standing on top of this ledge. The reason for it is healers can obtain a line of sight where they can heal you, but they're not in line of sight of the boss. And that way they don't get the stacks on them. So whenever you do get called in to rotate, you jump up on this ledge in this very far corner. The reason you're here is so that when the boss breathes, he breathes into the wall and not the raid. He'll also do a wing buffet. It's important that when we're rotating tanks in and out, we pay attention to the wing buffet. And as a precautionary measure, anytime you need to leave, you have too many stacks on you and you need to rotate out of the tanking position, you do not leave until 2 other tanks have taken aggro over you. That means we have to have 2 other people taunt and do an aggro swap, basically, where they, you know, grab your aggro and start building it. So if he does a wing buffet on a tank as you're rotating out and maybe you were second in aggro and he shifts to you and breathes on the raid, that's a wipe. Or if he repositions and then breathes on people after that, that's a wipe. Melee, are we going to do the cubby around the corner? Is that the plan here still?
Yeah.
So all the melee DPS, you guys are going to be through this doorway around this corner, and you're going to use this ledge to break line of sight. So please everyone walk through the doorway if you're melee, and come check out the new spot over here. It's safe. You're not going to pull the boss, I promise. Yeah, you're not going to start here, but when the fight starts, you run around this corner and you use this to break line of sight to drop stacks. It's your responsibility not to stress the healers too much. I've seen some really greedy melee on this fight.
Yeah, 5 to 6 stacks get out. If you stand at max range on the tail, you can get heals from the people back there.
Yeah, so if you position perfectly, you should be able to get heals and do DPS. But once again, don't push it on the stacks. You might need to bandage. Yeah, you might need to self heal. And we're also going to put some healers back here around this cubby. So, dude,
AI on left, please.
Are we good on healing assignments?
Yeah, bro, make sure you have a hunter pull to you this time.
Yeah. No, I prefer. I'll regular pull this. I don't need a hunter.
It's okay, bro. I have already lost my bow.
All right, fine.
Yep.
Yeah, it's harder for healers to keep you up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I understand.
This doesn't need stamina boost.
We just have to make sure, like, when you pull them, let them run, like, pull them and then run back
I'm gonna do the arc
here.
for him.
Yeah, because you want him running straight to us. Ideally, it's a right angle. When I pull aggro, ideally, I turn him right angle, move him in here, so he's perfectly facing this wall. But it's hard to get that, so we just go for the fishhook.
Let's grab the next pull.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Also, all tanks, if you're rotating in here, you need an Ani cloak, otherwise you're going to die to those breaths. But
So, what do you want us to do in the meantime?
the other tanks, you're going to stand back here unless you're needed, if we have a tank death. But it's a 3-tank fight, basically. Me, Rage, and Quellion will be rotating through it. And honestly, Wellis, you have experience here. We're probably going to call on you too, because these stacks get applied really quick. Like I said,
Yeah, for sure.
alright, we're ready to pull. The key here is not to be rotating out unless 2 other tanks have taken aggro over you. Alright, grab it.
I don't know why that didn't go off.
That's right, you can wait. He's too close to the ads now. Fane?
Bro, you in here?
Alright, we got the ad. Perfect.
Oh, we got him.
I know it's going to be a little squirrely. Big heals on pro as I arrange him. Alright, we got him.
Oh, can you be me?
Alright, and Rage, you can taunt whenever you want just to make sure we're both up here on the threat.
Like an hour run around.
So I show first buffet in 3 seconds.
Alright, clear comms, please.
Alright, so I'm going to be first to rotate out. Alright, actually Rage is first to rotate out. So Quellion, go ahead and come in and taunt. Get in position first before you taunt. Okay, Rage is out. I got it back. Rage can leave. And go ahead and taunt back, Quellion, whenever you get a chance. We'll just keep building and climbing the ladder with each other. Alright, so now let's get Wellis, go ahead and run in. Wellis, you're up. Jump up into position. And then Wellis, you taunt. And then Quellion, you taunt back. I need to go. Okay, Wellis, you need to taunt again. I'm staying in because it bounced to me underneath him. Alright, now I'm out. It's Quellion and Wellis. Rage, you can run in as soon as it drops. Who has more stacks, Quellion or Wellis?
I have 5.
Alright, Rage is coming in. Whoever has more stacks. Hold on.
Quellion, how many stacks do you have? Alright, Quellion's going to rotate out here. Rage is taunting. Now Wellis, you can taunt back, and then Quellion leave. There you go. Alright, I'm back in now. Alright, I'm going to taunt, and now Rage count off me, and Wellis, you can leave. So Quellion, in about 8 to 10 seconds, as soon as yours drops, go ahead and run back in here. You're going to rotate out for Rage. Or Rage is going to rotate out for you.
5 stacks.
Alright.
So not too bad yet.
Yeah. I'm at 8, so you're going to rotate out for me. So Quellion taunt, it's going to be between Rage and Quellion. Alright, Rage taunt back. I'm leaving.
Resisted. Hold on.
Alright, I'll stay. Big heals on Rage. Alright, I'm out.
Good to have it.
Alright, Wellis, go ahead and go in if you're dropped. You're going to rotate out for Rage. Jump into position and then taunt. And then Quellion and Wellis taunt back and forth. Quellion taunt. Alright, Rage is out. Oh, it's on pro. Just, I'm facing him away. Just burst him. Fine. Good job.
I just want to say,
That was a very smooth
better
kill.
healers, you guys really stepped it up tonight on this fight in particular.
Cloak of Firemont. Good job, Rogues.
Very nice.
It's best in slot, right?
Yeah, Rizzo.
Kill there. That's a pumped up boss on this server. A lot of people struggle with it. So we're going to be skipping the trash to the left. Next pull is these 4 big guys. We're going to tank the smaller 3 all next to each other, just like we did the trash after Veil. Tank order is going to be Rage. Rage, you're going to be on Skull. Quellion, you're going to be on X. Wellis, you're on Square. Pro's going to be on Star. Gloki and Exacerbate, you guys are backup. But this backup's fairly important on some of these pulls, because they'll incapacitate or kill the tanks.
So I would say to pull those the trash pack after we kill the big ones.
Yeah.
And tie them inside so I don't have to pull them all the way.
I'll do that. We can kill all this trash, but I'm going to kill the big ones first. And
What was my name?
King's on Rogue's League.
Alright, I think we're ready to pull this trash. So be wary of the mobs to the left. Avoid them, please. Tanks, you're just going to group them up, face them in the same direction. Spread them out slightly because of cleave on you. Don't want to unnecessarily cleave to the other tanks. And I'll be pulling my guy farther away because of an AoE stun.
Kratz blew up.
Yeah, normal gear here. This is regular aggro tank hybrid gear.
If someone pulls aggro on the big guy and he runs towards group, you guys have to back up and get away from him.
Alright, pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Are you spinning to?
It's, yeah, Quellion got stunned along with me. I was moving him back, it just took too long, so backup tank, Quellion can taunt over it and move him back into position. Basically, you just don't want those cleaving our friends, and we want to clump them up so we can cleave everything down.
Now the
X is Square's fire.
what's this?
Yeah, so warlocks, all casters, you guys basically, there's vulnerabilities on all these mobs randomly, so call it out when you find it. Using a wand of the appropriate vulnerability is oftentimes better than your main.
That is nature.
So if you're really
Before we
hardcore,
start lab packs, can we do some rebuffs all our hours from
Yeah.
taking or taking off?
Yep.
take a couple minutes for all full rebuffs.
Alright, full rebuffs, everyone hang out. And we're going to pull this trash that we normally skip just for tonight so that we have a little bit more space maneuvering around. We also need some practice on these mobs anyways. So same trash strategies we've been doing. Qualian and Wellist, Pro and Rage are tanking. We have plenty of room to maneuver these guys around. We have this whole room to work with, and we're going to kite the techies out of the room, down the hallway again. So Wellist, if you want to tank the Spellbinder like back here, kind of where we started, that might be a nice spot. Where I am now.
Yeah, alright.
A little bit longer on buffs.
What offhand do you have, Shadow? Just curious.
You guys link for that melee Doom's Edge. Luckily those things drop a lot. Yeah, we need the sands too, honestly. That's a great point, Ragema. I wasn't even considering that. It's a much better excuse than what I had. We have a lot of new people. We need the practice. We also want to be conservative as we pull the next mob. We want to make sure we have plenty of space to work with, because these stairs have been trouble for us even with our regular group. Alright, let's get ready for the trash pull. Back to lab packs, everybody. Focus. We need big interrupts on Skull and X. Same assignments as normal.
Just give Priest another 10 seconds for them.
Alright. Alright, Idrihir, ready when you are.
Let him pack all the way back. Then be ready to pick them up because they will run towards him. Let him pack all the way back.
Yeah, so tanks basically stay on Idrihir if you want to make it easy picking up the angle. But we want to pull our stuff out to the middle of the room and then have Wellist tank Spellbinder far away. I got an X with me by accident. Taunt it and move it to Skull. Perfect.
Kicks.
Get out of the fire, AoE. Like, remember that's not us. So it's on a lot of casters right now. I see you moving. Good job. Just make sure you're constantly aware of those fire AoEs. And then we gotta have perfect kicks on the Shadow Bolt volleys. That looked like we did a better job. And then melee, as soon as the warlocks are down, you guys shift to the spellbinders, and casters, you shift to the technicians and or overseer, depending on if the technicians are too far away.
Very good banish there.
Some mages should also follow the hunters out with the technicians and kill them while the hunters kite.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. In fact, that's all the mages really should do that.
Quick. I like it.
It was a great banner.
Yeah, it was.
Banish of the year.
You get 20 DKP, correct?
I'm gonna write that in your loot tracking spreadsheet. Really good banish on 4 or 5 and BWL.
Ooh, nice.
No, I think one thing we're doing a lot better on, and I know it's a lot of us playing with new people, is not jeopardizing the raid with your playstyles, basically. Everyone's staying in their lanes and doing what's best for the group. So, feels good. Same strat, same pulls, same everything.
Give me a sec, because I'm pulling for, we have a technician up.
Oh.
Where'd that guy come from?
He like didn't pull or something. Let's go back in the corner.
Yeah, that's happened before. Alright, so let's discuss placement on this new one, because these ramps love to break line of sight. I prefer to pull the Death Talon down and move them up against the wall where I'm standing right here. So I'll be here. That leaves this whole path and the tight path around this corner for the chain of death to go down. Tanks, you guys should probably have hunters help you pull the warlocks easily too. And the Spellbinder. Do we have enough hunters for that? Spellbinder's priority to get pulled. Tanks can run in.
Dude, I need you to loot it to him. I can't see it.
Alright, so if you're a hunter and you're not doing something here, walk up to the tanks and figure out which tank needs a hunter to pull for him.
Bro, don't pull.
It's fine. And then do target of target and make sure you're grabbing whatever target the tank needs. He'll taunt off you. Alright, I think everyone's ready. Any holds needed?
No, 1 second.
Alright.
From
Alright, ready when you are, Idrir.
let them patrol all the way back. We have a more time to pick them up.
Nova! Good job on the interrupts. A lot less raid damage. Get out of the fire. Melee.
Flame strikes on the warlock.
Yeah. Yeah, so we still need to improve flame strike awareness, but honestly it catches me off guard sometimes even, so. Is there only one portal?
Yeah.
Dark Moon side is close.
Star is frost.
That completely converted.
So if you didn't earlier, go ahead and reapply your 1 hour buffs. So exact same thing here. Let's even pull down the ramp. No need to fight up here yet. When we do pull down the ramp, make sure the pathing isn't going to pull the mobs to the side though.
So you want me to move way to the right? So you have an easier time to
Now's the best time actually. Yeah, pull now, Edge here. Move over to my left and pull. Alright, ready? Yeah, if the farther back he is, the bigger of an angle he'll run. Oh, I see what you mean. Wait for that other overseer to move far away. Okay. Yeah, he's over there now. So tanks make it a point to try and get down the ramps as fast as possible. You don't want to break line of sight. Let him come around that corner and everyone back up. No need to be so far up there. Sorry about that late taunt. Stay out of the fire. Don't break line of sight. Separate. Get out of the fire again.
3, 2, 1, yeah. Big Papi has aggro on them.
Kick that melee.
Alright, we got a couple of portals popping in a second.
No. Just gotta watch that AoE damage.
Alright, good kills. Are the technicians dead?
Yeah, they're dead now.
Alright. Yeah, so...
We need the other AoE to switch on earlier.
Okay.
Idra died and then Poppy died and I was the only one on it for a little bit.
Yeah, tanks, no need to resummon. Tanks can spread out and grab these and spread. Basically on these, the Felguards, because of their AoE, you just want to spread them out when you're tanking two at once. You want to make sure that AoE is not overlapping on everybody. $1K shield slams.
We gotta make sure when we're tanking those spellbinders that we're opposite side of the room than those techies, because it was only a 5-second window and melee got nuked by the techies.
Yeah, good point. So it's a lot of times Spellbinder and Technician, like AoE combinations, can kill people or fuck up stuff. It's hard to protect that, but so we just, as a rule of thumb, we got to keep everyone back. Like, no need to creep up on these pulls. We should probably do the same thing again now. We have the whole room to work with. That's why another reason I pulled that side pack. So we're going to pull all the way back. So majority of the group can be down here, and we want to be spread out. So ranged healers and ranged DPS, be like by this keg, way back here and off to the side, all clumped up nice and neat. That way you can move as a group if you get AoE'd, and you're not in the path of all of that all of those grenades from the technicians. And then we have a hunter helping Wellis get the spellbinder separated as quick as it can. And then the 2 warlock tanks will pick theirs up in the middle of the room. If you died and you need new buffs, please type it in raid, and it also helps to type what group you're in for the classes that need to buff you that way.
So guys, on that Doom's Edge.
Just need to tiger them.
Alright, Glowkey, are you here?
Yeah.
Alright, you're tanking one of the spellbinders now. It's going to be Moon for you. So you can basically be right next to Wellis. You're going to follow him all the way through. So come up here to the front. I want to give you perspective on what you're doing. So you won't be up here, but follow me exactly. Run over to where I am now. Be careful to avoid the edge here close to this trash, because see how look at this overseer, how far out he patrols towards us. So you're going to be on Moon. Idrihir's going to pull, and these guys are all going to run down this ramp, and they're going to hug this corner. There's going to be a fuck ton of AoE on the top level right here. But you basically will be at the bottom of this ramp, or essentially where Ragemon is. He has good judgment on this. And you just want to run up, and a hunter's also going to pull your guy to you. But you want to grab your target, and then follow Wellis out of this room, basically. So once again, you want to avoid all the ranged, avoid the group, run way back here into the back of the room. And then you and Wellis will basically tank your guys as far away as needed. If they're casting their AoE on the raid, they're too close to them. That's pretty much it. Alright. Everyone can grab your target ahead of time. I'll do required add-ons later. You should have banana bar set up so you can just click your target. I just clicked my banana bar and it froze my game for 5 seconds.
Alright, about to pull.
Alright, incoming. Remember to back up. No need to be close here. It's going to be a lot of AoE. You have plenty of time to grab your target and spread them away from everybody else. DPS and healers especially, you guys should be far away here.
Resisted.
It's fine. Secondary taunt and then just keep moving. And be ready to taunt again once the secondary wears off, because it wasn't a threat swap. You know this, but I'm telling other people. If it gets squirrely, just let them fight through a resist. Be quick to move out of the fire. Fire on the ground from the spellbinders, and fire out of the air as well.
Got 2 portals on blocks. Pull Moon back further to the wall. Yeah, there you go. Same with square. Yeah, there we go.
Ed likes it.
Zerkane.
Oh, let's go.
Let's get Mark to the wild on
Right.
block.
No more rebanishes needed.
Yeah, then.
Alright, somebody already buffed it.
He needs a fort.
That was really good, guys. That's as hard as these packs get, and we just did that with no deaths. So that's especially strong for the first night with a lot of new players. Same thing again, exact same positions and assignments.
So back down the ramp, just let him come to us.
Once again, we have 2 spellbinders to deal with, so pay extra attention to that. It's going to be Glowkey and Wellis running them back.
Yeah, I do need fort.
Yeah, Ford on Glowkey, please. Block, he's group 4.
So it's just really important here as we grab these mobs that you don't do it and break line of sight from everybody else. So just try not to pick them up until this bottom ramp. But when you do, be very deliberate and quick. Be ready to stance swap to a mocking blow.
He's also tanking Ford on Wellis.
Yeah. And avoid challenging shout here if you have a taunt resist. Always go to Mocking Blow, obviously. Alright. I think we're ready to go. We have secondary tanks ready to step up if you have a resist, and Mocking Blow resist as well. Alright, back up. Stay out of the fire on the stairs while you're standing in it. More fire on the ground. Thank you for sitting in the group at X. You can get on something now. You can just, I would say, yeah, help with Spellbinders. So I know we have a lot of tanks tonight. We have a Feral tank. I believe we are carrying 4 Prot Warriors at least. Yeah, only 4. So normally in BWL, you only want to run with like 2 Prot Warriors. Everybody else is basically fulfilling a hybrid role, where you're the first ones to step up when you need to tank, but you're actually probably main specking Fury, or a hybrid between Fury and Prot, but that's pretty rare and unnecessary in my opinion. So this is something we'll talk later. I also don't mind having a 3rd or 4th Prot tank. We've done it in the past, and we've done it for a long time. But I want to encourage everybody, at least outside of the top 4, to take a hard look at building a hybrid DPS spec that you can be DPSing on stuff like this before. You know, we will call on you to tank. We will rotate in tanks. If you want to stick Prot, that's not going to be an issue. But you'll start to notice as we do content that it's only really requires 1 or 2 Prot Warriors, and then everybody else should be contributing DPS whenever possible. We play a delicate balance of players that fulfill that role, balancing tank gear and DPS gear. So no deaths on the 2 hardest pulls. That was solid. Let's hand out the ring that just dropped. These 3 Death Talon Worm Guards are actually harder than they appear. They kind of just slow down the raid. We're going to have 3 tanks taking them across the room. They do an AoE on the ground, and they'll also periodically, one of them will do throw the tank up in a tornado. The tank will do no damage or threat. So when that happens, we have backup tanks. So I want you guys, if a tank starts getting tornadoed, go ahead and run up, and you're now the 2nd tank on that target, and you'll taunt back and forth whenever each one of you gets tornadoed. And it's a 90. You want to be 90 degrees because it is a frontal cone on the cast, I believe. That's it. Also, all 3 tanks you free action potion on the pull here. So it's me, Rage, and Quell. Quell, you can be in the middle. Rage is far right, or either one. I don't care. Yeah, there we go. I'll be left. Hunters step up. I want a hunter next to each tank. You're going to pull the target to them. We also don't want to grab them until they're halfway across the room in case they start you spinning right away.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up these technicians. I saw who it's going to, so I'll get it to him.
Alright. We're going to go ahead and pull. Hunters, count it down.
Okay, wait on my countdown and then charge amateur. Get the internet for amateur, everyone. 3, 2, 1, charge.
Make sure if the tank's spinning, we're gonna call it out, but just slide DPS, tab around. Don't pull it. If you're an off tank, just stand in the group.
Pull them farther back, Quellen. You're gonna pull the balls.
There you go. Yeah, pull them back. That's
off
perfect.
A star. Spin.
And then just, you can face him. Yeah, there you go. There. You can face his back to the raid so that people can run in and out. So melee, ideally, time the stuns, and melee you want to run in and out between the stuns. And you want to stay far, so yeah, I'm going to separate this guy a little more so we don't worry about the middle.
Stars. Got it back.
Lay off star.
So let's get a 2nd tank on star, and you guys can taunt back and forth.
Yeah, just taunt back and forth, bro.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you can have all the other tanks on star, basically, whatever one's spinning people. Sometimes multiple guys will do the spins. We should be calling out vulnerabilities more. Okay, sorry, I wasn't listening. So everyone back up, because Flamegore's patrolling, or Ebonrock's patrolling down right now. Just make sure you're not past the halfway point of the room. Ragemon knows where he's standing, so that's basically as close as you would ever want to stand is where Rage is. Alright, we're cruising through this. So once again, Ebon Rock is going to be primarily a 3-tank fight. Qualian, you're going to be on taunt duty for the wing buffets. So I think you have timers for it. I'll help you time it as well early on. But you just want to do your first taunt maybe, you know, the wing buffet cast timer is 2 seconds, I think. So you can do your taunt like 2 seconds before that. Give you plenty of time to swap into a Mocking Blow or a Challenging Shout if needed. Make sure you have a rage buffer to always Mocking Blow. And besides that, other tanks, you'll stand on either rage or pro. We're going to be at 90-degree angles in the corner of the room down there. Other tanks, you'll stand on us. And the only times you'll ever taunt is if you see we're having a problem taunting the boss when needed. Basically, the boss applies a debuff on you that when he hits you and you have the debuff on you, he'll regain like 10% health or something. So he gets massive health regained when he hits you with the debuff. So we taunt every time the debuff gets applied to a tank. Rage and I should be able to go back and forth clean. Qualian will step in as backup if needed, and he'll be taunting the wing buffets so they don't fuck up our rotation. And then Wellis, your first priority to step in and taunt if you see it on someone for more than a second. Alright, I think everyone knows what they're doing. He just left, so let's move up into position now, where we'll be fighting them at. We're also going to kill Flame Gore in the same position. So Rage and I will be on these two walls, 90-degree angles to each other. We'll also be close enough so that when he does his knockback and shifts targets, he won't reposition awkwardly. Cloak on for this, tanks. Need your Ani cloaks. Besides that, everyone knows what to do. You guys can open up DPS pretty quick, but let me settle. Sorry, Rage, what were you going to say?
Just make sure the group doesn't get pressed when he runs down.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to wait to pull until he's almost walking down the ramp, and then I'm going to pull into that corner quickly. So just hold DPS for a few seconds until we settle in.
You don't want us 2 tanks in.
Yeah, pulling. Tanks, you guys will all stack on top of each other. We can all be in the same spot. Or the two sides, Rage and Pros. Yeah, we're perfect where we are. Alright, it's on me. Rage's got it. So basically you have to have target of target set up perfectly. It's back on Pro. Alright, Qualian, you'll have to step in and taunt this next one. Qualian, grab it. Mine's cooldown for 2 seconds. Alright, I'll taunt next and we're back in order. I got it. Rage just got it. Alright, I fucked that up, sorry. Rage, can you Mocking Blow it? Yeah. Alright, we're good. I got 3 seconds. Yeah, I don't blame you for taking that one. I was having to wait too long. Rage can pick it up when he's got it. It's on me. I'm good for now. Qualian, pick it up. This fight almost makes me think we should use our ZG trinkets on it. Like it's 4 horsemen. It's a waste though, because it's only like 15 seconds of coverage. Good job, guys. No deaths, so we can get started on the next one while we handle loot. Quick drinks.
Give me a second.
Check your buffs, make sure you're happy with everything you have. Call it out in rated chat if you need something.
I will do the first tank, Flash will do the second one. Other hunters are on backup.
So yeah, this time it's a 2-tank fight, and Rage is just going to taunt for the wing buffets, and that's it. Everybody else, if you have it, like you can Nightfall, do whatever you can, but it should only be Rage and Night. Once again, we'll be in the same corners, and the mechanic to worry about is Frenzy, that the hunters will do a Trank rotation on. Alright, Pro's pulling in a second. He's patrolling up, and I'm going to pull once he finishes. Alright. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. I show 15 seconds on Buffett. Yeah, so all the tanks besides stand on rage. Yeah, Wellis, you can move to the other side. That way we don't have people unnecessarily eating breath. After this, whoever has the highest health stone, can you please trade Pro Blazer one?
I guess you can stack multiple ranks now, so
Yes,
it
you
was
can.
in the patch notes, so you should be able to get 2 of them in there at least.
That's nice.
So you could use one early and then later on, yeah.
Circle of Applied Force. Alright, so hey, you guys call that gross. A lot of melee DPS with full world buffs consider that, or playing around with that best in slot. Yeah, if you look at some of the top melee DPS on the server, assuming you have perfect buffs, I think that Circle of Applied Force pulls out ahead. It's all about that stat scaling, especially with paladins.
Bro.
Alright, so same
Let's go survival. With all those things.
same Talon.
Do you think that's better for a rogue or a feral druid?
It's hunter, right? It's hunter priority.
It's feral druid for sure.
Oh, true.
PvP as well.
Alright, 3 tanks, 3 hunters again for the tanks. Can all the hunters step up next to a tank, indicating you're ready to pull? We're going to be free action potioning again on these. Need a hunter for Quellion in the middle.
Yeah.
There we go, Vulpip's got it. Alright, pull your target to your tank. Pulling in. Alright, Idra here, count it down.
3, 2, 1, and enter.
And rip for Laz for having his transporter on the whole time.
Don't you love
DPS.
master looting? Aren't you so happy you volunteered for it?
It's not even that, dude. I just fucking. I had
happy you're
no
master
transporter.
You going to Gadget anytime
Stupid
soon?
transporter.
Alright, I don't see any spinners. Call out the vulnerabilities, running it out for the stuns.
Nature.
Circle's either shadow or nature.
Devin's arcane.
Yes, guys.
If I'm not paying attention, I get rage capped with some of those stun chainings.
You getting rage now? I'm more heroic right now.
Alright, so Chromag next. The strat we like to use on Chromag, we'll pull him and I will tank exactly where I'm standing now. Chromag will be in the doorway facing me. All ranged and healers, or at least most healers, ranged DPS, you guys are going to be over here off to the side on this wall. That way you can step out and attack, and then when you need to dodge a breath, you just step up against this wall and break line of sight. Melee. We have a unique position for you guys, including the second tank and decursors and healers for you guys. Melee, go ahead and move up to where I am. You're going to be in this doorway in this cubby right here. You're going to use this to break line of sight from Chromag when you need to dodge a breath. So you'll pounce in and out on his tail, basically.
Alright, I need one of the Dispelling Blast, Decursing, whatever. If you don't have Decursive, please, 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 by next week, please have that set up. Anyone that can decurse, please decurse. Priest Spear Prio is magic. And allies, so you guys know to be there. Druids, you know to do it. Mages, you know to do as well.
So this is a long fight. Pace yourself. He's going to be up for a while. Just need to be disciplined on decursing. If you get too many curses up on you, Hourglass Sand, that'll remove the bronze. It's the only thing that'll remove that. Everything else can be removed by one of your friends. You can also use restorative potions to help remove them. If you get more than 2 or 3 up, you need to start alerting people for priority on you. If you get all of them on you at the same time, you turn into a dragon, and we need to sleep you or sheep or fear or whatever it is.
I will be up there in a second. I have 21 right now.
So primary things to be cautious of here. We have to be wary of the frenzies. We have to be wary of the breaths. And at 20%, Chromag enrages, where he does even more damage. So if a frenzy is on the tank for too long, at sub 20%, he'll kill the tank. He'll eat him really quick. Healers have to be huge at that phase as well. Also breaths, a bad breath timing up with a frenzy and a sub 20% enrage can kill a tank really easily. Different breaths do different effects. The only one to worry about is time lapse. And when time lapse happens, it drops half threat or half health and threat on the target. That means it would have to be a 2-tank fight. It'll be enough during a time lapse where I get stunned, and he'll shift aggro to the second tank, which will be Rage Maw, and he'll be standing back here popping out of this cubby. We don't know if it's going to be time lapse or not until we witness at least 2 breaths happen. He'll alternate between those 2 back and forth. So that means DPS starting off, basically do nothing. You guys have to do very little, and you have to stay underneath both Rage Maw and Pro Blazer and Threat. Until we identify both breaths, then we'll let you guys know if you still have to stay under Rage Maw, or if you can then stay under Pro Blazer only. If a time lapse is identified, and you're DPS, we may ask you to intentionally eat the time lapse. What will happen is you'll get brought down to half health, but you'll also lose a lot of threat on the boss, and you can keep DPSing harder. That's pretty much all there is to it. We'll be communicating that throughout the fight. If you guys have it, go ahead and use your Sheen of Zanza, the Reflect Zanza. If you kept it, I forgot to get mine, but that'll reflect his debuffs and it helps a lot. Everyone check your stats, check your buffs, make sure we're comfortable here.
Just give me some, I'll give to melee. However many, like 10. If you have enough, or 8.
Yeah, so when I reference eating a breath, every 30 seconds he's going to do an ability that's a 2-second cast timer, and it'll fuck you up. If it hits you, you have to break line of sight. So that means melee, you run into this cubby in the middle of the doorway. Ranged, you run up against the wall over off to the side. If you get it, it'll do enormous damage to you, and if the healers do keep you alive, it'll stress their resources and jeopardize the fight. Oftentimes they're going to let you die intentionally if you eat that breath.
Okay, we are.
Alright, I think we're ready to go. Final checks.
Do you need the sands?
Let's try to ration sands here. I have 5. I didn't take any. We need sands on a couple key healers and hunters that are doing the trank rotation, and make sure Rage Maw has at least several. For the most part, we want to.
That's all I have, dude.
Okay. For the most part, we want to save sands until the 20% push. Melee and like all DPS, you're gonna get the bronze stun on you eventually. It's gonna periodically stun lock you. Due to that, you need to break line of sight on a breath coming up about 7 seconds early. That accounts for you getting stunned twice before you can get into a safe spot. Alright, is everyone ready to pull?
And Idra, I'm confirming I'm second, right?
No, I am second.
You're second? I'm first? Okay.
Alright, ready to pull? Pulling in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
We got enough healers up in the cubby.
Oomkin. Alright, give me a second on threat.
Stay below both tanks so we see the breath.
Alright. It's a little awkward, but I think this works fine still. So rage, standard rage. Slow DPS here until we get the breath. First breath's coming, everyone out. 3 seconds on breath. Everyone break line of sight, including melee. Corrosive. All right. Big heals on pro. Big heals on pro. Still stay underneath Rage Maw. Schmoozby's a little high. Vulpip's approaching. Mad. Death Beast. Frenzy coming. I show second breath in 10 seconds. Alright, 5 seconds on breath. Everyone go ahead and get out. Nice and safe, everyone out. Breath coming. Alright, Ignite Flesh. 1 tank fight. You guys only need to stay under pro now, so DPS can open up. I've had quite a lead already. Same mechanics. Dodge every breath and we're clean.
If any hunters need sands or something, I have 2 extra now.
Yeah, just save them, Rage on it. Just keep them in your... I'm sure you'll use them soon. So good. Good. Everyone out. Breath coming. Big heals on pro after corrosive breaths. Reduces my armor. My pots are on cooldown for 30 seconds.
Another nature.
How did you work out 20%?
I got it.
Breath in 8.
Yeah, for all the other hunters, please don't serpentine.
Breath in
taking
4.
off other
Everyone out.
heroes.
Everyone out for breath.
I know it sounds cool, but yeah, it looks not.
New vulnerability. Frenzy on me.
Breath in 10.
You guys should be using those restorative pots also. They are expensive.
5.
But
Breath
you only
coming.
use
Everyone
one
out.
on Promeg and a 1 on Lucifron.
Everyone out for breath. Yeah. So depending on, as we approach 20%, we may not want to step into a corrosive. Actually, we're good. Let's just push it. Keep pushing it. Push it hard.
Breath in 5.
Everyone out for
heals,
breath.
lay on hands.
Everyone out for breath. Frenzy in 2 seconds. Huge heals on pro. Everyone in. Big DPS. Big heals on pro. Big DPS. Try to push this before the breath. We have 18 seconds.
This is fire.
Blow your cooldowns here. I think we have it before breath. Keep pushing it.
8 seconds.
Yeah. Push it. Push through it. Stay in. Stay in. Kill him. Stay in.
Damn. So you just chunk Reaper. Isn't that like a big fire spell or what?
Another no death fight. Good job, guys. Alright, we don't have enough sands to knock out everyone's Brood Affliction, so you can either die here if you don't have buffs you care about, which I think everyone does. It'll also wear off if you're logged off. So what we're going to be doing here is if you don't need gear, you can log out, go ahead and move into Neff's room, get ready. We're going to be testing the doors to identify what colors are going to be coming out. So that means if you don't want to die and you don't need loot, log out now. If you do need loot, get your loot, then log out afterwards. We'll go ahead and start the event with a few people up. They'll identify the door colors, they'll die, we'll log back in and res them, and then we'll pull the boss. I don't think I need to explain the mechanics of Neff too detailed. It seems like everyone in this raid has done this before. Very briefly.
Actually, Tuxedo's here, and I missed last raid because of that DC on Blackwind Gear,
Alright,
so
fair
this
enough.
is my first Neff attempt.
Alright, well then I won't over-explain, but I'll be detailed enough. There's 2 doorways a bunch of mobs are going to come out of in Phase 1. DPS, you're going to be split between the doors depending on what the doors do. That's why we're doing this test pull to identify what each door is going to look like. We'll have multiple tanks on each side. Healers will be split evenly. And basically for the first few minutes of the fight, you just kill mobs coming out of these doorways. Should be quick. We have a lot of buffs up still. Go ahead and log out now if you're saving world buffs, by the way. I'm 9 seconds on Darkmoon Fair. Or 8 minutes. So I advise everyone to log off if you have world buffs. That's pretty much it for Phase 1. Nefarian will be walking around in Phase 1, periodically mind controlling people, as well as doing an AoE Shadow Bolt volley. The only way to avoid that is to break line of sight on Neff. So these big pillars next to each door, you're going to use that to break line of sight wherever Neff is standing. We'll be calling out which side Neff is on, where you have to pay attention to him. He'll mind control melee people, so you got to try to stop cleaving or move away from the mind control target when that happens. It also helps to sheep them if you have a mage on your side. Besides that, we'll move into phase 2. Everything else from there is a one tank fight. I'll be tanking Neff in the back of the room. Avoid the tail. You want to be up on the side. Be fearing periodically, so you want to try to, if you're ranged, avoid that fear. He'll also be doing class calls. While we take an 8-minute break right here, if you've never done Neff, Google WoW Vanilla Neff Strat and read about what each class call does, because we have to react accordingly. For the priests, for instance, if there's a priest class call, your heals turn into a poison dot. You have to immediately stop healing, and you can only do bubbles and fear words. Ulthric's still with us. I think we only have one priest fear warding tonight, which will be fine. I can manage that. But that means there'll be periods where Ulthric and I have to communicate so that I know to use Berserker Rage to break a fear and not rely on the ward. So we'll have to try and keep comms clear. We play that game for a while, and then at 20%, ads come out of those doorways again. It's like the resurrected skeletons of everything we've already killed. They're easy to handle. Tanks will AoE taunt and shield wall. Everyone else will AoE them. Everyone should use their Strathome Holy Waters if you have them for that. Also use engineering bombs and stuff like that. Just pad your stats. That's the 20% push, and then we'll get back to killing Neff and everything stays the same. So throughout that whole process, he's going to be doing class calls. He also applies a decurse on Problazer that's like a Mortal Strike. It's imperative we get that cleansed off or removed quickly. So everyone responsible for that will have primaries and backups responsible for decursing the main tank.
After we do the doors, I think there's at least a couple people who might need a cloak, so let's sort that out before.
Yep, I have one spare on me. So that's it for Neff pretty much. I don't want to keep talking. When you combine, he does his breath, of course. So the reason you have your cape is because he does a breath that kills kills anyone in line of sight without a cloak cape on. What we have to be wary of is like abilities syncing or lining up together. So like if there's a breath while a decurse is on the tank, and then there's also a mage class call or something like that, where the people responsible for decursing don't get, they get sheeped or something. So I trust this group. I'm gonna stop talking. You guys have about probably 4 or 5 more minutes until we need to log in. Whoever's logged in and doing the event, please communicate and let us know what's up. All right.
Poppy and Coast, I just want to verify you guys both have shoulders.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah. And then it is getting deep.
Yeah, what are you beating?
Netherwing shoulders.
Yo, dude, I'll take him.
Oh, there
this
he
guy.
You guys got 40 for Neff?
Yep.
Is this your way of asking if you want a spot?
Nah, it's all good, boys. Good luck.
What about the Skellies?
Yeah.
Do you guys only have 2 mages?
Yep, only 2.
Oh, those Skellies sound pretty difficult, right, guys?
Only if you decurse can you come.
Yeah, if you guys need me, I'll come. I don't know where I am actually. Let's find out.
We should try and push Neff, see if Neff breaks the wall.
I agree.
I agree.
I concur.
What was that you say?
Well, that's it. I mean, can concurred, so it's settled.
Alright, if you guys need me, I'm right outside BWL, so...
We logging back in yet?
Greens.
Have we checked colors?
Yeah, who's doing colors?
You can check colors while you have the debuff.
Can someone without world buffs check colors? I guess they're probably gone all together now, right?
We logging in?
Check colors yet. Idra, are you logged in? Somebody without world plus, please check colors. Verona, thanks.
Gonna make my outfitter naked sick for nothing.
Guys, if you're logged in, you can die, so if you log out, prepare to die. Because you have to check the colors of the doors. If you have
Wait,
buffs,
someone
just log
already did.
out. Someone did? Okay, then what are the
Someone
colors?
just checked, now they're gonna tell me. It's green and I can only see green, so I'm check. I don't know who responded. I think it's I see green, but I don't see the other. Green and black. Green,
Green,
right,
black.
black, left.
Wait, you have Vanish, right?
That didn't work. I tried.
Can you prep and Vanish? Captain?
No, I mean, logged in to go check it, and someone already got to check it without saying a word.
Somebody's ninjaing us.
It's alright, I didn't say it.
What is it? It's black left?
Black left, green right is what I heard.
Alright, that's easy. So black is not immune, but resistant to shadow and fire. So that means warlocks especially are going to get off black side and be on the other side. I'm not sure if it's... Can we log in?
Don't. If you have bots, don't log in until everything's explained. It's gonna take another 5 minutes.
Bro, link your stream Discord.
Hey, on the sheet, the only thing that we're going to change for healing assignments on left versus right is we're going to swap Pikey and Ulfric. So Ulfric, you're going to be on left.
And get off black side and be on the other side.
Otherwise, the sheets are correct.
I'm not sure if it's... Can we log in?
Wait, phase 2 we want Ulfric instead of Night Heals because Ulfric is the support.
It's black. One in with
Log in.
Yes, you're good.
And yes, for phase 2, Pikey, you're going to stay on the right side. Ulfric is going to be that fourth healer traveling in front for phase 2. Otherwise, everything is correct.
Let's go kind of quick. I only got 4 minutes left on buff. I'm rushing, but
Full rebuff for everyone.
Oh, what the fuck?
In the doorway, people are just walking by. Not really.
Hey, I don't think we needed a full rebuff. We didn't...
I lost my ZG
I got
buff.
you, Verona.
Yeah, I got 4 minutes on Z, so let's hurry this.
I had mine. It had said 46 minutes.
5 minutes.
It's weird.
Let's do full
Alright.
color rebuffs at least.
Yeah, we will.
Log in.
Quellion, Mad, Kali, Avrono, KGT. No, Avrono's in, never mind.
Still want to know who checked.
Feenan,
We're
Meln.
cleaning up.
Capes on, everybody.
Ghost, can you do the honor?
I just got into combat. It went away again.
If you don't have one, let me know. I have one on me.
Peter.
spot buffs block. Fourth.
Alright, doors. It's going to be Pro and Rage on the left door. And then all the other tanks on the right door. And then we'll have Exacerbate. You'll be on the left door with Rage Ma and me. Because I'm going to be leaving when Neff's about to land.
Priest or Shadow Cloud on your groups, please.
And I'll be running out early. Rage can handle all of it, but I want you there to help him out and relieve the pressure on healers a little bit. So basically, you'll let Rage taunt the he'll handle the chromatics, the big guys, but help him keep control of the small ones and just clump them up right next to him. And
Sorry, Pooter needs a cloak. Do we have that covered?
yeah, trade Pro Blazer. Feenan just traded me for one.
Trade whom? Pro Blazer.
I ran out. I just gave one to Feenan. Pooter needs one. I don't know if we have one for him.
If
We'll
we
say
don't,
that
just-
Alona is sitting outside also.
Just
That's
blow
fine.
all your cooldowns in phase 1.
Heals gonna split up.
Yeah, Pooter, you're gonna die in phase 2, but just do what you can in phase 1. Go ham.
Yeah, you guys actually have to use oils if you're a healer, by the way.
So yeah, we need mages to be ready to decurse in the event of a druid class call. Also be big on DPS when on 20% when the undead run out. Everyone split to your side. Let's do everyone. We're gonna do warlocks right side. All warlocks on the right door, because that's green, I believe. And we have a black left door. That means mages. You guys can all come to left door, as long as it's frost. Don't touch fire on these guys, but you can hammer them with frost on left door. So let's do all the mages left door. I think it's only 2. That kind of balances the warlocks, but barely. So then let's do groups. Let's groups 2 and 4. You're going to be on the left side. Group 3 and 5. You guys are going to be on the right side. And then tanks, you ignore that. You know which sides you're on.
Yours as well. There's no side
Gloki,
there.
you can be on the right side. Back
do
up
that
Quellion
then.
and Wellist over there.
Group 2 and 4 have the biggest lead DPS. So let's
I know,
let those up
and
here.
we're warlock heavy. Okay, you're right. So, alright, so fine. I take that back. We're gonna do groups 2 and 3 on left door, and then groups 4 and 5 on the right door. Tanks, you ignore that. 2 and 3 left, 4 and 5 right. Hunters, make sure you're with your group for the buff. Tanks, you ignore that, obviously. Alright, everyone looks good. I know that took a while. We lost our ZG, but that's fine.
We conserved the book till the end.
Yeah, well, we'll be a lot fucking faster next week, I promise you guys. Thank you for being patient with me.
Really fast.
Come on, 45
We should be
seconds.
good.
Hunters, we need hunters on the left door to put a trap up in front of the doorway. You need an AoE slow. Yeah. So hunters on both sides, you have to keep AoE slow traps up in the doorway.
Cloaks on.
That's on left.
So Neff's on the left side, take note of where he's standing, and ranged, you should run to the other side of that turret, or the wall. So Umkin, Ulthric. And then if he moves over to that side of the wall, you gotta move back to the other one. And melee, don't run into the cubby. Don't run into the cubby because you're gonna break line of sight of the range who are trying to break Neff line of sight. So just, it's okay to be patient and let these guys walk out for a second. I don't know. Do the corners, do we feel fine on the sides?
Right side, don't AoE. Don't fucking kill me.
Don't kill him, he's
Polymorph
mind controlled.
Canadian.
Polymorph him.
Changes are
He's
annoying.
good.
Free, I'm free.
Neff's still on right.
Still have buffs.
Alright, Neff's on the right side.
Still on right. You can LOS him. LOS Neff right guy side.
Alright, I have about 40 seconds estimated landing, so I'm out of here in about 30. Reapply traps. It's important we finish off these guys. Don't get on Neff early. Make sure the corners are dead. Alright, yeah, Rage stay on this. I'm just gonna pick up any stragglers if needed. Rage is tanking everything left door, so Exacerbate, go ahead and kick in as well. Alright, I'm leaving for Neff.
ATM's been reset. Stay below pro.
Do I have a fear ward on me? Yes, I do. Alright. Alright, Ulthrix, so I'll communicate with you because you're going to get behind eventually if you don't perfectly dodge these fears. So I would say max range right now. Try to dodge this one. Nice.
Warrior.
Heals on pro big. Heals up.
Yeah, slow DPS too. It's going to be hard for me to build threat. Possible fear. I have this one broke, but go ahead and reapply whenever you can.
Fear ward up.
Warlock.
Alright, Warlocks, get the Infernals down. It's going to be a lot of Infernals. We need... melee may have to help get involved there. If you can cleave, that's going to be big DPS. There's the fear.
Spike is feared. Decurse.
Fear ward in 8 seconds.
Okay, I'll go ahead and let you apply it right away. Class call coming in 1 second.
Road.
Rose, you can vanish out of that.
Fear coming.
Decurse.
Let's get some more debuffs up on Neff. I don't care what it is at this point. We don't have enough.
Lassie, put your mark.
Fear ward up.
You just called Lassie?
Yes.
What's your cooldown on fear now? Or fear ward?
So sick of
19.
Okay.
Spike is feared. Thank you. Good job, Mages.
Don't rend though. Whoever rended, don't do that.
So I'm gonna have you
I
go
know
ahead
you're
and just
trying,
reapply it as soon as you can actually on this one.
Mages are up.
But you're probably gonna eat the fear having to reapply it on me, or it's possible.
Druid class call.
Poppy, jump in on this fear.
Yeah, back up on this fear and then just try to reapply it as soon as you can next time as well. Actually, it doesn't matter now. You're way behind in the other direction. Decurse. Good job.
10 seconds on fear ward.
Yeah, go ahead and reapply as quick as you can again.
3 seconds.
Actually, I take that back. Don't reapply. I'm gonna break it. Okay, never mind. So I'll break it on the next cycle because I'm saying we should have probably tried to break it earlier to get ahead of the count approaching 20%. Someone else decurse. Good job.
Off tanks, get ready for ads.
Alright, so I'm gonna handle this next fear break. I show it in 10 seconds possible.
You ready for ad?
Big heals on pro. Alright, push is coming. DPS handle corners.
Priest, no heals.
It's up. Flop on
I broke
Ghost.
it. Alright, now you can fear ward me whenever you want. Just as soon as you get out of that fear.
It's up.
Good job. Help the tanks kill all the ads. Make sure we have a lot of ads up still. We need all DPS to control that. Decurse pro.
Don't have one.
Never mind, sorry. It was my too many debuffs on pro, I mean. Took Priest a second to adjust that class call, but good job. Get the ad off me as well. That's eating a lot of shield charges.
Almost done, guys. Pop all your shit. Stay to them, yeah, they'll cleave it.
Alright, class call coming. Fear in 7 seconds. Class call in 3 seconds. Shadow Flame.
Guys, this BWL run we've ever had. Awesome job all around.
Ripalona.
What happened?
It's dropped, boy. It's dropped.
Really? Nice, guys. Congrats.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, sorry, Elena.
If Molten Core is happening, can we start moving there?
Can heals roll on that staff?
Hey,
It won't be rolled up.
dude, that's not my staff though.
Dude, that's a lot of heals. I don't know.
It's a lot of crits.
He's the only one who needs it.
So we still have 45 minutes left on the night, and we had been going overtime a little bit recently. I think we have the energy to jump into an MC if we want, but I know there might be a couple people that plan on doing an alt MC. Give me a second. I'm not committing to anything yet. I need to discuss it with everybody.
That'd be a sweet Hunter PvP ring.
So stick around if you need the ring. We're gonna do an Ixia after this, like right away basically, and then end raid on time. We want as many people as we can for this. Make it nice and easy and quick Ani kill.
So please stay even if we don't need shit.
We're gonna take count of the roster whenever we complete an Ixia, and also take that in mind as well. You know, as we build reserve spots moving forward. Technically, we don't normally like to end raid time for 45 more minutes if it was progression nights. We'll be doing Molten Core tomorrow night, same start time as BWL tonight. We'll probably crush it really quick, and then we'll plan something else afterwards.
Pro read our chat real quick.
So you said we are running an Ixia? Okay, if care if I switch to my priest.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Here, go ahead.
The priests, I think, have the helm.
Hey, Ulthric, great job on the fair word rotations there too.
Welcome back, Bob.
Yeah, welcome back, dude. And thank you for not being a dick in Wrong Dwarf, by the way. Good job.
Yeah, dude, good job from the start.
Yeah, good job.
Dude,
Your-
I think
your
we-
parent-
No more dwarves.
I think we found a new priest class lead.
Your parents gave you the right race at birth, man. Well job. Well done, man.
Dude, get
We
him
need to
like
hand
the
out head.
dwarf card.
So in a second, Master Ludo will link head, or at least call for people to link head. Link whatever you're using in place of that ring or trinket, whatever you're doing. Neck for tank. Actually, Quellian and Wellis, you guys both have Neff head already, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
Quellen has it.
I just wanted to confirm that at least. We're gonna have a tank lean on this item, but it is also best in slot for a lot of other players. So our first 4 tanks already have it turned in. We'll be opening it up to everybody.
by the way, not a.
Yeah, sorry, we're waiting for people who are ready, because, there were only two of us, and we have 2 runes between us. We don't want to strand anyone.
Yeah, you only have a couple rooms left.
Is anyone up to check the wall dragons if they're up? Okay.
I don't think Fairloss is up, because I'm flying through there right now. So yeah, I doubt any of them are up right now.